Good morning, beautiful Sagittarians, and welcome back to the channel. Thanks so very much, Sagittarius, for all of your beautiful comments, your likes, your views, your subscriptions. You guys are amazing. The energies are changing. I am relieved for this. I want to pull on dragons. I want to pull on unicorns and some other stuff. I'm just feeling led to it. Sagittarius, what's happening for the beautiful Saggies? What about Sagittarian energy, Spirit? What's going on for Sag, and what's going to be of benefit for Sagittarius to know? Oh, Bluebird Spirit, happiness, Sag. Purity, unicorn, strong. Someone got good intentions here. And it's about a starry night. It's about acceptance. It's about feeling like, well, patience is here and you're healing with the bear spirit. That's a very protective energy. Wizard of the woods, focusing and just going with the flow. It's almost as if someone is being led down a different path. Strength, ancient oak spirit, someone very solid, someone, this is the rock, someone very reliable, someone very, very grounded, stable, like an oak tree is firmly planted. So what's going on? It's almost as if, and seeing the beauty in things. What's going on here, Sag? There's happiness, there's strength, there is this transformation. These are somebody who has pure intentions. This is somebody who's just very happy and has had to accept and be patient and strong about something. Meandering pathway. It's like finding your way again and using all your strength. This is a strong foundation, Sagittarius. So let's see what this is all about. Sagittarius, you have the strength of a damned grizzly bear here. What's going on? The Alpha Dragon, harness the divine masculine power of creation. Destroy the old and visualize your dream. Help manifest a new world. So you have taken the initiative, Sagittarius, to start a new world for yourself. And I think you've had to harness your masculine energy to create something. You know what I mean? This is someone who's very strong, very independent. This is a solo journey. I don't see anybody else walking on that pathway with you. You're strong in spirit. You're strong. You have good intentions. And here is the golden Atlantean dragon here. Helps you to remember the wisdom of golden Atlantis. Awaken. Bring back your knowledge, gifts, and talents. Reclaim your mastery. And again, it is calling upon you to adapt your masculine energy to create something for yourself. And like I said, you headed out on this journey alone, this path. You're strong and you're healing and you're having to accept this solo journey. Green Gold Dragon from Sirius brings universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway and learn about spiritual technology. Be a transmitter of sacred knowledge. That could be what you're doing. You're transmitting sacred knowledge. You have gifts from like past lives. You have talents that you're trying to, maybe even from your childhood, you're trying to recall these dreams that you had or these gifts that you had of some type. Lilac fire dragon transmutes through the power of divine love, like open up to transcendent love and enlightenment. Purity of heart brings peace, joy, and hope. That's why you're getting this happy. That's because your intentions were pure. So there's nothing hidden here. It's just all about Sagittarius's own individuality. You've been able to take the wisdom and the knowledge that you have, transmute it into something very creative for yourself. We have the Alpha and the Omega. Harness the divine feminine power of creation. Intention, hold your vision and birth the higher consciousness. So you have indeed mastered the Alpha and the Omega, the divine masculine, the divine feminine energy. This is why they call it Sagittarian energy. The temperance. It is a mastery of masculine and feminine energy. You've mastered these skills on your own personal journey. And, you know, that's why you're so strong. And not everybody likes that, Sag. Yeah, helps you to help animals. Maybe you are like, you have this gregarious attitude. You have this happy attitude. You like to see others do well. You like to see everything in balance. And here it is, happiness. And maybe you are a helper. You know what I mean? Like on your journey, this is about, you've encountered like, you're very caring. You're very balanced. It's like you would even care for like an animal. You could be indeed illuminating your potential with higher light. Silver dragon. So it is a journey over wisdom. It is a journey over time. You've acquired a lot of talents and knowledge along your pathway. You've accumulated a lot of, you've mastered it, Sag. Your divine feminine, your divine masculine energies. And that is what temperance is. You've mastered it. That's why all these doors are being opened up to you, Sagittarius. The black dragon from Saturn brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. Concentrate and focus on your ultimate vision. Congratulate yourself. You have passed a test, Sagittarius. So that is the test. Accept heart activation and give and receive healing. So you have acquired this, Sag. The Alpha, the Omega. Complete soul completion. You've found your masculine, your feminine energies in balance. That's what this is saying. That is why you have this, you've acquired this over time along your journey, this wisdom, this mastery. This is why the doors are being opened to you, Sagittarius, at this time. That is the Alpha and the Omega. Sagittarius. You're very caring, you're very nurturing, you have a happy demeanor about you. It's like you attract, you're at the place of your life where you're attracting. You know, animals could be drawn to you because you have pure intent. Now, animals can sense things, and they sense the purity within you. It's animal instincts. I think you've had to, it's on your journey to wholeness. It's on your journey to healing. You know what I mean? These things are learnt over time, which is Sagittarian energy. They're old souls. So I think you're being congratulated. I think at this time of your life, I don't know how many cycles you've been through or how many lifetimes you've been through, but through these lifetimes, you have acquired this mastery. You're being congratulated for the completion of your journey, what you were here to do. Yes, you've had the weight on your shoulders. It's like you've been carrying burdens around with you, and I can tell you that you've learned to pay attention to the magic of life, to synchronicities, to, I don't know, maybe before you were carrying other people's burdens around and it was hard for you to focus. It's almost like because you had pure intent, because of your mastery of your skills here, of your own personal journey, it's like you are attracting people who have been heavily burdened. And it is about the fact that it's interfering with you focusing. And I think you have learned to focus in on your own magic, on your own journey, on your own happiness. And I think that, yeah, you have done a transformation. And you have learned to trust your psychic gifts, your intuition. Much more than that, Sag. You are very psychic. And it's like, I don't know, Sag. Yeah. It's almost like this independence. You've done this solo. There is something, yeah, you have learned. You're a joyful spirit. You're being congratulated for your transformation. And now maybe it's time to delegate authority instead of carrying the burdens of others, because it's almost like, because you have mastered this, it's almost like you've been carrying the weight of others upon your shoulders, and it is time for you to focus in on yourself. That's what it's saying. And it's like seeing the beauty in life, okay? It's like starting out as, these are gifts that you have acquired or had since a very young age. And I think that's why Sagittarius has, yeah, I think it's a burden to other people. It's almost as if because you have been successful in completing your journey, you've mastered the masculine, the feminine energy, you've learned to keep your life in balance, you have learned and mastered how to be peaceful, how to be joyful, how to enjoy the beauty around you, and you are being congratulated from the universe for completing your journey. This is a journey over time, maybe several lifetimes. And you've mastered it. And it's almost as if like you're at a place in your life where you don't want to carry all these burdens. It's like you've learned. That's the 10 of Wands. These are, you've had a lot of weight on your shoulders. You have completed this journey. It was not easy. It is a journey, maybe 10 lifetimes you've had to repeat in order to learn this wisdom. These are not successes that have come to you easily, like 10 wands. That is being heavily, heavily burdened. And it's like, it's exhausting. You have been resilient. You have persevered. And it's like the 10 of Wands is on a journey. You're almost to that castle. And it's time for you to drop the burdens. It's time for you to enjoy the fruits of your labor. It's time for you to enjoy what you have accomplished in your life. That's what it's saying. When you get to the 10 of Wands, it's a new beginning. It's like freedom. You've completed a cycle, a very burdensome cycle. It was not an easy win here. You've mastered it, the Alpha, the Omega. And now you're on a beautiful new cycle. And Spirit is saying it is time to enjoy the ride. What's going on, Sag? It's almost like the universe is saying they've watched you transform from like a beginning, this is beginning, to end. From beginning to end, the Alpha, the Omega. They've watched you transform your life. Life after life after life after life. You have escalated, ascended, ascended, ascended. You've reached the peak of your life. You've mastered these skills. Recalling the past. Past life gifts, past life childhood dreams. It's like Spirit is saying we've watched you transform from the past to the present. And now it is time for you to enjoy. Yes. There has been struggle here. These are not, I don't know what this is. If these are toxic connections or these battles or this fighting or this arguing, it is time to delegate and end. You have transformed your life. You have gone through the struggles. You have faced your demons. You've gone and transformed your life. And it's time. Maybe somebody was just like, It's almost as if somebody was in toxic energy here and it was weighing you down. It's like, I don't know if this is people, places, or things that were relying on Sag. I don't know. You've transformed your life. You've put an end to it. It's like a time where Sagittarius does not want to fight, does not want, it's time to enjoy. It's like time to enjoy. There is love here, an overflowing of abundance. Here is love. Here is nurturing, caring, And when you are so empathic, so loving, so kind, so generous with whatever your feelings, your emotions, your time, your energy, whatever it is, it's because you're empathic, you care. And then you are attracting this kind of energy into your life because you were caring and loving and nurturing. And it's like you were attracting people, places, things, lovers, whatever. Because it's like you're the light, this is the dark, the alpha, the omega. You're the light, and this is the dark. And when you're the light, you attract the dark. And you have mastered this skill. It is a skill of recognizing, I am very loving, I am very kind, I've been very generous with my love. I'm open, I'm unconditionally loving here. You are attracting toxic people, places, things into your life that were not for your higher good. It's like a moth to the flame. When you're of this energy of loving, kind, unconditionally, people take advantage. They do. They take advantage of your kindness. They take advantage of your love. They take advantage of your emotions. And this is this person's own battle. This is this person's own battle. Their issues are their issues. These people, places, things, whatever they are, events, situations, these are their own personal struggles, their own personal issues. And it's like you had to end something because of your friendly nature, because of your generosity, obviously. People were ignoring what you offered. So they're easy to come in, take your affections, take your unconditional love, and it's almost as if you've completed your transformation. You've learned to set up boundaries. You've learned and mastered your journey. You were obviously carrying the burdens of others. You were obviously like, oh, Sagittarius is so loving, so generous, loves unconditionally that they may have become codependent upon you when it is their own battles to win. This is their own personal battle to transform themselves, learn their own journey. But you know what? They refuse to see, like, what the universe was offering. So the universe offers this to everyone, not just to Sagittarius. This is offered to all people. Sagittarius is an empath. Sagittarius loves unconditionally, and that's why you were attracting these dark energies. And you've mastered this. This is something you had to master. That was your final test. Setting up boundaries. Not to carry the burdens of others. That's their burdens. It's their journey. It's their, this is ego. That's their problem. That's their issues. And Sagittarius has mastered not to carry the burdens of others. And I think that these is the twins. This is the lovers. These are close bonds, close relationships, close associations. I think your loving nature was taken advantage of. Your lesson was to learn to set up boundaries, let them heal themselves, let them fix themselves, and you focused in on your own mastery. That's what it's saying. That's the lesson that you're being congratulated for. Learning the lesson. Not to... I'm surprised the Queen of Swords isn't showing, because usually when you have an empath who is like an overgiver, someone who gives of their time, their love, their energy, their emotions into things you love wholeheartedly. This is someone who loves true blue. You know, and it's like people, places, or things putting the responsibility onto Sagittarius to make them happy, to fulfill their dreams, to fulfill their wishes. That's their own struggle. You've mastered yours, and now it's their turn to learn their own journey. Yes, time, energy, resources. You may have repeated this maybe 7 cycles. I don't know. It's been a long haul. This is toil and labor. These are things that you have mastered along the years. This is why you have reached the level here of this silver dragon. This is wisdom, knowledge, repeating patterns, repeating cycles. You're being congratulated for learning this valuable lesson. Now, yes, this is ego. That's what this problem is here. Ego. It is about ego. It's like the death of ego. This person, people, whoever it is, this battle, this conflict, whatever it is, was based upon ego. Based upon like Sagittarius should do this. Sagittarius should do this. Sagittarius should do that. Sagittarius should make me happy. Sagittarius should do this. Sagittarius should do this. And you've learned, look, I've got my own journey to live. This is based upon ego. This is this person's own personal journey, their own struggle. And it's like dumping it all on Sagittarius's plate because Sagittarius is loving. This is taking advantage of somebody's loving nature, their generosity, their time, their energy, their resources, whatever it is. Dark attracting light. That's the cycle that you're being congratulated for. So now, what is this? You are independent. Okay, you're confident. This is the journey that you have been on. You've learned to be confident. You've learned to be independent. You learned to travel alone, obviously, on this journey. These are successes that you have achieved in your life. And why is it that people don't like that? Why is it they feel conflicted? Why do they feel that they could be smug or arrogant? It's almost as if this person, this is their own internal struggle. Okay? This is their own struggles, their own problems, their own issues. Okay? And it's like they have this in it to win it attitude. This is conflict, this is defeat, this is their own issues, their own struggles. And it's like they took all of their mess, all of their baggage, and dumped it on Sagittarius's lap and said, Well, if you love me, you will do this. If you care, you will do this. If you care and love me, then you can fight my battles for me. They're dumping their burdens on your plate. This is this person's own baggage to carry. This Emperor, this is someone who sits in a position of authority. This is someone who gets smug and arrogant and puts you in competition. Why? Because they figure that they have their own options. You know, that this is disillusionment. This is like, they're disillusioned. They're confused. This is confusion. This is about, I don't know what to choose. I got too much to choose from. They're in their ego. This person is ego-based. I don't know yet. If the King of Swords comes out, I would say that this person is confused about why you pulled your energy back. This person is confused as to why you may have closed off your emotions to them. If the Queen of Swords appears, this is why Sagittarius has learned to master that, because they're overgiving and they've had to learn to cut off their emotions and think logically, because they were thinking with their emotions, love. But obviously, I don't know if this is friends, family, lovers, whatever it is their issues, their problems, dropping it on Sagittarius's back. So, it is soulmate energy. This is a partnership. This is supposed to be an equal give and take here. This is about partnerships and face-to-face exchanging of cups. I think that this person got a shock. I do. They figured that you were going to love them unconditionally, no matter if they put you in a competition, no matter if they had this smug, arrogant attitude, didn't matter. They were in their ego. Everything was based upon ego. This person said, I can have my options anytime I want. I can smug, arrogant, in it to win it, have cocky attitude, saying, they got a rude awakening because Sagittarius pulled back their emotional cup. They closed it. They got a rude awakening. Sagittarius wasn't afraid to end this. This energy, whoever they are, figured that they could do what they want. This is a power struggle here. This is an illusion. This is disillusioning themselves. They were fooling themselves because Sagittarius learned to close off their emotions. Yes, they love unconditionally, but it's a give and take. If two people are not giving the same amount of energy, time, or love into a situation, Sagittarius has had to master to close off their emotions so that they don't get taken advantage of. And now this person is, what are they doing? Looking at stability. They're looking at, that's the King of Cups. There is love there, but they are looking at Sagittarius as patient. Sagittarius was patient. Sagittarius learned to master their own skills of their masculine and their femininity. Learn to, okay, this is about balance. This is about patience. This is about divine timing. It is time Sagittarius shut down their emotions and only giving it to those who are worthy of it. And now this person is sitting here in their emotions, waiting. They're looking at you as stable. They're looking at you as balanced. They're looking at you as equal, fair. What's the problem? So what's the problem? It's like this person is looking at, I could have grown with Sag. I could have been stable with Sagittarius. They could have, they're looking at the growth on the wand. This is something who I can grow with. This is someone who I can learn from. This is someone who I can rely on, depend on, that Sag is going to be fair, Sag is going to be patient, Sag is going to be stable. Sag is stable without anybody. They have mastered the masculine and the feminine. That is the lesson you had to learn, not to overgive. And now this person is emotional. Now this person is created their own nightmare. They self-sabotaged a true connection. They self-sabotaged their stability. They self-sabotaged. You were patient, Sag. You waited. They figured you were going to wait forever. That they could deal with all this other drama that they got going on in their life, whether it's friends, family members, whoever. They were confused maybe by friends, family, or co-workers or other people. They were in their ego. They were doing things based upon ego. And it's like they figured they could treat you as an option. They figured you were going to wait around forever. They figured that because you were so patient, so loving, kind, offered them this generosity, that they could treat you as, they took advantage. And Spirit is saying you have learned to set up your boundaries and not let anyone take advantage of your emotions, of your kindness. They mistook your kindness for weakness. And they were wrong because you let the tower fall. Yeah, I knew the Queen of Swords would come out because it is a balance between logic and emotion. Wisdom. You learn to shut off your, not give all of your emotions, not give unconditionally. You learn to be wise. Now, the Queen of Swords is someone who learns to be cold because they have been taken advantage of. They become, this Queen of Cups has become the Queen of Swords, learning logic over emotion in equal balance. You have mastered love over logic in perfect balance. The Temperance. I knew the Queen of Swords would come out. You shut off your emotions to this person because they were taking advantage. You started to be wise. You started to use your logic and balanced out your logic with your unconditional love and learned to say, no, I'm walking away. and you let the tower hit. Because obviously this person took advantage, or these people. These are repeating cycles. Sagittarius would give, these people would take, and when they didn't get their way, they start to pout and figure that they can confuse you, figure that they can create an illusion, and it's all based upon their own ego. Sagittarius, this is you. This is what you've mastered. To weigh out your emotions over your logic in perfect balance. You're not afraid to love. You're not afraid to give, but you're going to be smart doing it in perfect balance. That's the lesson you've mastered. This is the truth. You're not afraid to speak your truth. You're not afraid to use this sword and cut people out of your life. If they're taking advantage of you, it's in perfect balance, Sagittarius. That's why you're happy. That's why you're celebrating. That's why. 10 of Cups. Wish fulfillment. This is happiness. This is love. This is 10 of Cups. Filling up your own cups. Making yourself happy. And in you have mastered this lesson. This is beautiful energy. You know, people who take kindness for weakness here. Oh, Saggy will always love me. Doesn't matter what I do. Doesn't matter what I do, Sag will always love me. Sag said, whoa, I will love you, but I'm going to be smart doing it. I will decide when and if I'm going to offer you my love, or I'm going to use my sword. It's in perfect balance. That's why they're in fear. This person was doing things behind the scenes. This person self-sabotaged their own relationship, their true love, their twin flame in many cases, their perfect match. They took advantage of your kindness, your love, your generosity, your happy-go-lucky nature. And it's like you had pure intent. You had no hidden agenda here. But this, and this, and this. And now, who's the one that's got the problem? You've healed. You're successful. Again, balance. And that's why they're sad. That's why they're in their emotions. Crying over spilt milk. Oh, Sagittarius cut themselves off for me. I don't think that you invested any more time, any more energy, any more emotions. You spoke your truth and laid it on their own plate. That is their burden, their problem, their journey, their struggle. You've learned and mastered. And now they're in regret for being foolish, taking a risk. They took a gamble and they gambled wrong because you took your power back. Yin and yang, alpha, omega. Okay? I don't have this masculine in my life, but you mastered the alpha and the omega, the yin and the yang, the masculine, the feminine energies in perfect balance. That is your completion cycle. You're being congratulated for successfully completing your cycle, your journey, the reason why you were put on this earth. Trusting your intuition, trusting your animal instincts, trusting your emotions, your logic, and putting it all together, balanced. That's the dream, the proverbial dream. And you're being congratulated for completely, successfully completing your journey. Rest after heartbreak. Healing after hurt. A victory after betrayal. That's 10 swords. That's 10 wands. They wanted to be sneaky. They wanted to betray you. They wanted to, I think this person wanted a success, a victory at your expense. They cheated themselves out of someone very loving, very caring, very wise, balanced, solid, loved unconditionally. Who did they end up hurting but themselves? That's why they watch you. And every time they watch you, it hurts them. That's why they feel betrayed, because you cut it off. You cut them off. You cut off your emotions. You spoke your truth. It's equal give and take, or I'm out. You've had to. You've had no choice. You had to complete your own cycle. You've mastered it. And when they watch you, now they're hurt. They feel betrayed. They feel cheated. Why? Because you walked away. You had no choice, Sag. Their burdens are theirs. What is this? It's why they feel like the wounded warrior. Because they offered very little. They offered tidbits, their burdens, their wounds. Now they're hurt and feel wounded, betrayed, and heartbroken because you cut them off and blocked them. This is blocking phone, maybe blocking off social media, all ties cut. You figure it out, that's your problem. Messages, blocked messages. Blocked. It's the universe doing this. The universe is blocking this person. Why? Because if you are this light worker, if you are this person that loves unconditionally, you're urged by your guides, your spirit guides, to cut this person off. They were taking advantage. They were weighing you down. They were dimming your light. They were putting your light out. And now that's why this person is so huffy, puffy, mad and angry and hurt. Feel betrayed, backstabbed, because you stopped giving. They could not make a decision. And now they're angry at the decision that they made. I think that this person figured that you were going to come running after them. Choose me, choose me, choose me. And you didn't. judgment. You had to make a decision, a judgment call. You've successfully completed your journey, your cycle on this planet. You're all the queens. You're not just the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands. This is like your journey. You were the Nine of Pentacles. Past life completion. Choosing. Now, what does this person want to do? You've manifested this life for yourself. You were the magician. You have created this abundance. You have created this happiness, this stability. You're the Queen of Wands. You're the Queen of Swords. You are the Queen of Cups. And I think you always were the Nine of Pentacles, and I'll be shocked if the Empress does not appear. I told you, the Ten of Pentacles. Celebrating. Well, they have the Five of Pentacles. You've been blessed, rewarded for completing your journey. This is justice. This is fairness. This is balance. Again, there you have it. The Empress. So what you had to learn, Sagittarius, was to stop giving unconditionally. Stop, like, to adapt this logic, this wisdom. Become the Queen of Swords, and by becoming the Queen of Swords, you became the Queen of Wands, and by becoming the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles, you've become the Empress. That's why you're being congratulated. Masculines or feminines. That is the journey. You've had to master the art, the skills to transform, because before you were the Queen of Cups, an empath, attracting negative energy, egotistical people, people that didn't care, people that they figured could take advantage of your kindness, your generosity, your time, your energy, your love. You've mastered it. You've had to adapt the Queen of Sword energy in order to complete your journey. And now you have mastered all the queens, become the Empress. That's why you're being congratulated. It's a journey over time. This is taking a long time. It's looking like at least 7 cycles, lifetimes to complete. Now, what's wrong? This person has taken a long time, but the problem with this person is they were self-focused. They focused on, this is greed, this is selfishness, fulfilling their own cups at the expense of yours. That's why they're the Five of Pentacles when they should have been the King of Pentacles, because this person figured they could breadcrumb you. They figured that they were ruled by their passions, ruled by their sexuality, finances, material things, self-indulgent. I'll fill up my own cups. I will have, I will fulfill myself sexually. I will fulfill myself for myself. Self. I will fill up my own cups, keep my options open. I will fill up my own cups you know, and based upon their own ego, based upon their sexual behaviors, finances. That's why. That's why they want to come toward you to work on things. Partnership. Well, yeah. Why? They've become ice cold. They have become like you becoming the Queen of Swords, having to cut off their emotions. This is somebody who wants to like offer something, but they're too afraid. Fear of, yeah, it was all about pentacles, you know, fear of money, fear of other people, fear of, you know, what other people would say, what other people would think. I don't know. Yeah. They want to come toward you because you have mastered all the queens. You have mastered all of the queens now. This person wasn't willing to give. That's greed, that's holding on, closing off their heart chakra, not open, too afraid to give their emotions, too afraid of what other people would say, think, do. They base this person got to learn their own journey. So you decided this person now wants to work on things, come toward you because you've mastered your skills. And it's like, I don't know if they want to trap you or that they can't stop thinking about this, but they got to learn their own skills, but they're not open to it. They got a long way to go. They're so busy holding on to their finances, holding on to like, that's greed, man. They weren't willing to give you what you were giving them. They were breadcrumbing you, giving you very little because of their own greed, their own selfishness. So they were breadcrumbing you. You were giving, they were taking. The scales were not balanced here. They were giving, helping this person, and this person is sitting here waiting. Well, what about me? They were giving over here to everything and everyone else, including, you know, breadcrumbing you. It's like they were giving more to everything or everyone else. And you're sitting over here, hey, this isn't fair. What about me? When are you going to give some attention, some time, some energy, some love into this situation? But they were too greedy to do it. They wanted to be the high roller over here. And so you had no choice but to master the masculine, the feminine energy, combine it, and now that you have, you've become all the queens rolled into one. That's who the Empress is. Blessed with happiness, celebrating this victory. You've mastered it. You've mastered your passions. You've mastered your emotions. You've mastered your finances. You've mastered your intelligence, knowing when to use the sword, knowing when to give the finances, knowing when to give into your passions, knowing when. You've mastered your journey. You're being congratulated. Good job, Sagittarius. Way to go, Sag. Take care.